Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week so far, and welcome to this new Bitcoin video today, which is going to be a very bullish update. We had a very bullish move overnight, a little bit against expectations. I mean, this is the 1 hour time frame. I think I went to bed quite early. But when we finished this green candle right here, so Bitcoin was still stable. But my last update I wrote yesterday at like 10:11. What I said is that I felt like, or at least I thought it was most likely, we would still see a pullback a little bit deeper into this imbalance right here, before moving up towards 98, 99, and potentially, which is our main price target right now, 101,500. And that's not what we did. I mean, during the FOMC meeting, we dropped down into that level, as you can see. I think there was also the 0.382 fib right here of this latest move up we had yesterday, and that was enough. And then we had some obviously great news with a trade deal being announced somewhere today between the US and the UK. So that certainly helped. But outside of that, we have to be honest here and say that there's some other entity pushing Bitcoin right now as well. Because if you take a look at the equity markets, right, so those would be equally equally influenced by the news of a trade deal as Bitcoin, right? It's bullish for both. But you can see that the S&P 500 pre-market here is certainly trading higher, but it's still trading at the same levels as the 5th of May. And I can tell you that Bitcoin is trading much, much higher than that, right? So, and then you can also see that there's a Coinbase Bitcoin premium, which has reappeared. And just in general, the volume right now for Bitcoin is pretty high. Volume for Bitcoin at this point of time is $53.1 billion. So therefore, incredibly bullish. Now, look, if we zoom in here, I think the major move was overnight at the start of the Asian session and at the end post-market of the US session. I think what we're doing right now is liquidation hunting, all right? I mean, you can see that the volume right here during the European session is much, much lower. On the lower time frames, we are also observing some bearish divergences, at least between volume and price, and the RSI and price slightly, it seems, or at least, well, making equal highs, I'd say. But especially given the volume, I'd say that we're hunting some liquidations, but those, I mean, there could still be liquidity all the way up to 100,000. And ultimately it does seem most likely, where first I thought a deeper pullback was most likely. It seems most likely here, if we zoom out, that we're going up to that main resistance level at 101,500. If you zoom all the way out, you can see that that's a pretty relevant level, and that's also where we had the value area high when we were consolidating right here between December and February. So that's the main target. The main question you have to ask yourself right now is all right, well, do I expect Bitcoin to pull back into the zone right here at 97,600, 98,000, which is where the fair value gap is, and we also have a single print there. And just in general, as you can see, a respected key level, or do you think we're going to rally all the way up there in one move? I would say that I think it's a little bit more likely that, you know, we might get a sell the news effect after we know the trade deal, which is most likely going to be between the US and the UK. In general, you know, at least a part of this imbalance is likely to get filled. So therefore, I'd say short term, maybe we'll push up a little bit higher. I don't think we're going for that main target at 101,500. I think it's more likely we'll grab some of that imbalance right here. And then as long as we get no massive bearish news, I think we're going higher. I think we have to assume that given the US equities, how they're moving, given the volume, given the open interest, and given the structure here. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I wanted to tell you something else, but I forgot about it. There's no major news today, or at least there's no major economic news that we know of today. News in general will make the markets move, so keep an eye on that. But that is, I think, what you need to know. I feel like I'm missing something, but if there's anything, I'll post it on Twitter, on X. So make sure to follow me on there at Cilinix Crypto as well. But for now, have a great day. Take care, of course. Don't lose to the FOMO. But that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.